Okay, ladies, we got our laughing session in. So, what we want to discuss today is what women want. Now, you don't have to already know what you want.
Yeah.
But that's what we're here to do is explore, experiment, and discuss what it is we want. And what we want based upon, it could be spiritually, emotionally, in a relationship, family, sexually, just what women want. So I don't know what I want, so
I was just getting ready to ask you that. Do you know what you want?
no, I don't. I mean, most of the time I could decide what I don't want based upon experience.
Right.
But what I truly want, it's elusive. I don't know what I want.
So how are you going to know when it comes to you if you don't know what you want? Something can be right there in front of your face, and it could be something that you want, but you don't know you want it because you don't even know what you want. What do you think about that?
I have bits and pieces of what I want, but to actually sit down and define it. And to be honest with you, it can change from
Month to month.
yeah, it can change. Like some days I know that I want this, and then other days I'm like, I don't want that. Like I'll give you an example. Some days I feel like I want to be married and have a family. Then other days I feel like, you know, I'm 34, I don't have any kids, I'm not married, and I like this life. So it goes back and forth.
So is it something that changes, that make you change what you want? Because from what you're saying is, you don't know what you want.
Yeah,
You
that's
say
exactly
it.
right. Well, I mean, on days when I'm around family, like, you know,
Yeah.
we just had a birthday party, and, you know, those type of things make me want family. Then some days when we traveling and we're having a good time, I enjoy those days. Like, okay, well, I could live
No
life like that.
responsibility,
Right.
yeah.
I think that's with all of us, even the married ones. Some days we want the husband and children around, and some days we're like, okay, I like to be alone. Can y'all please have another house, or, you know, just be out? We all go through that. It's not just, you know, people who are single.
So do you know what you want?
No, not particularly yet. Not right now at this time. I mean, it's basically on the point where, you know, it's a moment in spare time because it's so hard to find everything that you definitely want in like one person. It's like, okay, so let me just, you know, just go along with the flow at this time. And so I don't know what I want. It's just that at the point in time what makes me happy.
So nobody knows what you want.
What about you?
Baby, I know exactly what
Well,
I
tell
want.
us.
How I want it when I want it.
Well, when is that?
Well,
And how is that? What does it look like?
I do know what I want. I want to be, I want to have a relationship. I want to be married, you know, eventually be married. I know I'm going to have another child. I don't know if I'm going to birth a child, so I know I'm going to raise another child. I want to be the female in my relationship, and I want the man to be the man in the relationship. What I mean by that is, I'm an old-fashioned girl. I want the man to just do everything, you know, and I want to be that.
what does he do everything mean?
Okay, to
'Cause
me,
you know-
okay, I want him to cut the grass, I want him to take out the trash, I want him to change the light bulb, bring in the grocery, tell me little sweet words, give me some good loving. You know, all those things that I want him to work hard and provide for me and the family. And in turn, him being a man, I'm going to treat him like he is a man. He's going to be the man. Especially if he's what I
What
want.
if he has allergies, can't mow the grass in the lawn and take care of the house like that?
Well, what I would do in that instance, I would get him one of those white things you put on your face.
Because you have to
Yeah, I
make some
understand that.
adjustments sometimes.
But I understand that, but there are a lot of people that have allergies, but they have things for people that have allergies. You know, they can put that thing. There's a way you can get around a lot of things, okay? He can go cut that grass.
You gonna make him cut that grass?
It's not the fact that I want to make him cut the grass, but because he's my man, I want him to want to cut the grass. I want him to want to do all these things for me.
What if he's always lived in an apartment, never had a house, he doesn't know how to take care of the landscaping and all of that?
Well, well, as a woman, you know, we back our man, we support our man. Then I'm gonna give him a couple of books.
Because we always say, okay, we want this, we want that, we want this, and then we don't think, okay, what does he want? Is he saying, well, I want this, I want that, and want that, and then we're not the ones that are able to do it, but we kind of got to still have a connection of energy. Do we compromise? Do we build from it? You know how we make these lists, and they're like, well, I got a list too. I don't want you to be like this. I don't want you to gain weight. I don't want you to look like this. I want you to always make me dinner and serve me.
Boo. Didn't we say we talking about what we want? What you talking about? What you talking about? Just boo, leave that alone.
What are you gonna get? I know what we want, but we always
But see,
say,
the thing
I'm
is-
just playing devil's advocate. Like,
No, well, don't be the devil right now, because do not be the devil, because that's the way society has always been. It's always been about what they want, what the man wants, how they want it, when they want it, what we're doing for them. What about us?
oh, I agree.
So, you know, we've done this for years. We've been there for the man for years. We've done this for the man for years. That's why we're discussing this, because it's time for us to get what we want. We're not saying that they can't have what they want, but if we can get what we want, they get what they want, then everybody got what they want, we have it. You know, so.
Okay, so I guess in my mind the question she was posing to you is, okay, you have this list, your perfect list. Now, what happens when a person comes and, because usually you can't see that your perfect list is not complete until you've invested some time and energy into the person, because when you first meet somebody, most people know what other people's perfect list is. We kind of all have those top qualities on our perfect list. So people present that because they're trying to get in. So, or just because when you really feel good, you present your best self. You understand what I'm saying? When you meet somebody, it makes you want to present your best self because you have that feel good feeling. So when you have this list and you meet the person that represents this list, and then 3 months, 6 months down the line, you've invested and you realize that, okay, out of the list of, let's say, 10 things, you seeing 2 things that the person doesn't have. Are you going to compromise, or how do you deal with that? Because I'm asking because that's kind of my scenario when I meet people.
Okay, well, one of the things that I want to talk about first is, you said when we're in relationships, or when we start out in a relationship, we present our best self. You're supposed to be your best self at all times.
But that's not always the case, though. That's not the case.
But wait though, wait 1 second though. So, are you saying present your best self, or be something above and beyond what you would normally do?
We're saying on the other side. We're saying him.
Let me clarify what I was saying. Maybe best self wasn't actually the best word. But what I'm saying is that we're dynamic and we have different selves. Some days we have bad days. Some days we have good days. Some days we're upset. Some days we're sad. Some days we're happy. You know, some days we're chill. Some days whatever.
But we know how to impress.
Right.
And in the first beginning, that's
To
what
get what we
everybody
want.
And even outside of impress, I'm saying when you meet a person, usually that energy that you and that person is bringing causes you to feel good. So the person that you're presenting is your feel good self. It's not the same person that you would have presented if you had met that person angry.
Because you'll call and say, today is not a good day.
But let me ask
And
you
they'll
this,
never
since
see
you're
that.
saying that, you know, we meet people, we put on, you know, our best self, we act a certain way, we do a certain thing.
I'm not saying acting.
No, I'm just saying you put forth your best behavior, you put forth your best mannerism, you put, like you, it's kind of saying like you put forth your best self, which is, to me,
I try to take that back. I'm really not saying that we put our best self. I'm saying that depending on your mood is how you present yourself to a person. There's some days, for instance, let's take it out of the context of relationship. Some days you at work and you're your highest professional self. That's because you're feeling good. Then some days you go to work and you know, you woke up and the mood was bad, somebody got on your nerves, and so then maybe you're a little testy at work. You understand what I'm saying? It's still your same self.